Tom was a hard-working single dad who lived in a small town where everyone knew everyone else. Life had never been easy for him since his wife had passed away, leaving him to raise his 8-year-old daughter Lily on his own. Every day he woke up early, brewed a strong cup of coffee, and walked to his small garage. He had learned to fix almost anything with an engine, and his skills had earned him a modest living. Even though money was often tight, Tom found satisfaction in helping people and teaching Lily the value of hard work. One crisp morning, as the sun rose behind the hills, Tom was unlocking the garage doors when he noticed something unusual. A woman was struggling with an old truck parked just outside. The truck was a 1975 Ford F-100, rusty and worn with faded paint and dents on every side. Its tires were almost flat, and the engine made a strange clicking sound whenever she tried to start it. The woman looked exhausted and frustrated. She was in her late 30s, wearing a simple sweater and jeans, and her hair fell loosely around her shoulders. Tom walked closer and called out in a friendly tone. "Need some help?" The woman looked up, startled at first, but then nodded. "I've tried everything I can think of," she said. "It just won't start. I don't know what to do anymore." Tom studied the truck carefully. It was clear it had not been cared for in years, but he could see that it had once been loved. The scratches and rust told a story of long drives and memories, not just neglect. "I think I can fix it," he said with confidence. "Leave it with me for a few days and I'll see what I can do." The woman hesitated, then smiled faintly. "Thank you. I don't have much, but I can pay what I can." Tom waved his hand. "Don't worry about it. Sometimes helping someone is more important than money." She introduced herself as Anna and explained that the truck had belonged to her father. It had been sitting in her family's backyard for years, unused, while she tried to figure out how to restore it. Her father had loved that truck and she wanted to fix it in his memory, but she had never had the skills. Seeing Tom's confidence gave her hope that the truck might finally run again. Tom rolled up his sleeves and got to work. He started by examining the engine, checking for rusted parts, broken wires, and anything that might prevent it from starting. He cleaned the engine thoroughly, replacing worn-out parts and making sure every connection was secure. He also took the time to polish the faded paint, sanding away rust and applying a protective layer to prevent further damage. It was hard, tiring work, but Tom was patient. He knew that restoring something old and meaningful required time and attention. During this time, Lily watched her father work with fascination. She had always loved being around cars, and she enjoyed helping in small ways, like handing him tools or wiping the dust off parts. "Dad, is it really going to run again?" she asked one afternoon. Tom smiled at her. "It will, Lily. This truck has a lot of history and it deserves a second chance, just like people sometimes do." Anna visited a few times during the week, bringing old photographs of the truck and sharing stories about her father. She told Tom how her father used to take her on long drives in the truck, exploring the countryside, telling her stories, and teaching her lessons about life. "He loved this truck," she said softly. "It was more than just a vehicle to him. It held our memories." Tom felt a warmth in his chest as he listened. He knew what it was like to hold on to memories, to treasure the small moments. Helping Anna wasn't just about fixing a truck. It was about preserving a piece of someone's life, someone she loved deeply. By the end of the week, the truck was starting to look alive again. The engine purred smoothly, the tires were firm, and the metal gleamed under Tom's careful touch. When Anna came to see it, she could hardly believe her eyes. She ran her hands over the shiny hood and smiled with genuine joy. "I can't believe it. You've brought it back to life," she said. Tom shrugged, modest but proud. "It just needed some care. Old things often just need patience and attention. That's all." Anna's eyes softened as she looked at the truck. "This means more to me than I can say. My father would have been so happy to see it like this. Thank you." Tom realized in that moment that this truck was more than metal and tires. It was a bridge between the past and the present, a connection to someone Anna had loved deeply. And helping her had given him a sense of fulfillment he hadn't felt in a long time. As Anna drove the truck home, she waved at Tom and Lily, her heart lighter than it had been in years. Tom watched them go, feeling a quiet happiness. He knew that their lives had just started a new chapter, one filled with hope, memories, and the promise of new friendships. After the truck was restored, Anna returned to Tom's garage the next morning. She looked at the Ford F-100 with admiration, running her hand over its polished hood. The old truck now gleamed as if it had been brought back from another era. Its engine purred steadily and the tires rolled smoothly over the concrete floor. Anna's eyes were bright with gratitude and amazement. "I can't thank you enough," she said, her voice soft but sincere. "I didn't think anyone could do this." Tom smiled, wiping his hands on a rag. "It wasn't too hard. It just needed a little patience and some care." "That's all?" Anna shook her head. "It's more than that. You brought something back that means a lot to me. My father would have loved to see it." Tom nodded. He understood that feeling. He knew what it was like to hold on to something from the past, to see a memory alive again. He had a few keepsakes of his own wife, simple things that reminded him of the moments they had shared. Those memories had helped him through the hardest days of raising Lily alone. As they stood together, Anna began to share more about her father. She explained that he had been a mechanic too, someone who loved working with his hands and fixing old machines. He had passed down his knowledge and passion for cars to Anna, teaching her the importance of patience, careful observation, and respect for every part of a machine. The Ford F-100 had been his favorite project, a symbol of all the work he had put into his family and his life. "My father loved this truck," Anna said, her voice slightly trembling. "He used to take me on long drives. He would tell me stories about life, about kindness, and about following your heart. When he passed, I wanted to keep this truck in his memory, but I never had the skills to restore it. I thought it was gone forever." Tom listened quietly. He felt a deep respect for Anna and her love for her father. He realized that this wasn't just a truck anymore. It was a connection to someone she had loved deeply, and helping her had become more important than just fixing metal and tires. It had become a way of keeping her father's memory alive. Lily, who had been watching the two adults talk, walked over and touched the truck. "It looks so pretty now," she said, her eyes wide with excitement. "It's like magic," Tom laughed softly. "It is a kind of magic. A little hard work, a little patience, and a lot of care can bring old things back to life." Anna smiled at Lily and nodded. "Your dad is right. This truck is special because it carries memories. Every scratch, every dent, every mark tells a story." Over the next few days, Anna visited the garage often. Sometimes she brought old photographs of her father in the truck, showing Tom and Lily pictures from long ago. She shared stories of her childhood, the trips she had taken with her father, and the lessons he had taught her. Tom enjoyed listening to her stories, and Lily loved hearing about the adventures that had happened in the Ford F-100 long before she was born. As they spent more time together, Tom began to notice the quiet strength in Anna. She was kind, patient and gentle, yet she carried herself with confidence. She had been through difficult times, but she had never lost her sense of hope. Tom admired that about her, and he found himself looking forward to her visits. One afternoon, as Tom tightened a bolt on the truck's engine, Anna stood nearby, watching him work. "You really have a gift," she said. "I wish I could do what you do. You give life to things that others think are useless." Tom shrugged modestly. "It's not about gifts. It's about caring. If you care enough, you can fix almost anything, even memories." Anna's eyes softened. "You're right. My father always said that the heart is what matters most. It's not the tools. It's the effort and the care you put into something." Tom looked at her and nodded. He felt a connection forming, not just through the truck but through shared understanding. Both of them knew what it meant to hold on to memories, to care for someone or something deeply, and to face life's challenges with patience and determination. By the end of the week, the truck was ready for Anna to drive home. She ran her hand over the shiny hood one last time and smiled. "It feels like he's here with me," she said. "Like I can see him smiling, proud of this truck." Tom smiled back. "Sometimes taking care of something old is like taking care of the memories it holds. You've done your part by keeping it safe all these years. I just helped it along." Anna looked at him, gratitude shining in her eyes. "You didn't just fix a truck, Tom. You've given me a piece of my father back, and that is something I can never forget." Tom felt a warmth in his chest. Helping Anna had been more than just work. It had become something meaningful, a connection between the past and the present, a bridge built with care, patience, and respect. As Anna drove the truck down the small town road, Lily waved from the garage and Tom watched with quiet happiness. He realized that sometime after the truck was finally restored, Anna started visiting Tom's garage more often. Each visit was filled with stories about her father and the adventures they had shared in the old Ford F-100. She brought photographs, letters, and small mementos that reminded her of him. Tom listened with interest, and Lily enjoyed hearing the tales of the past. One afternoon, as Anna carefully set a photo album on the workbench, Tom asked, "Tell me more about your father. What was he like?" Anna smiled, her eyes reflecting both joy and sadness. "He was kind and patient. He loved teaching me about cars and life. He had a way of making even the simplest things feel special. Every weekend he would take me on drives in this truck. He taught me to notice the little details. The sound of the engine, the way the wind moved through the trees, the smell of the road after rain. Those drives were our time together." Tom nodded, imagining the small girl sitting beside her father, listening and learning. "It sounds like he was a good man, someone who really cared about life and family." "He was," Anna said softly. "He believed that even small actions could make a big difference. He treated everyone with respect, even strangers. I guess that's why I was drawn to your garage. I could see that you care about what you do, just like he did." Tom felt a quiet warmth in his chest. He had spent many years raising Lily alone, and while he had faced challenges, he had always tried to teach her the same lessons: patience, hard work, and kindness. "Your father sounds like someone I would have liked to meet," Tom said. Anna nodded. "I wish you could have. He would have liked you too. He always said that helping others is one of the most important things in life." Over time, their conversations grew longer and deeper. Tom learned that Anna had struggled to keep her father's memory alive after his passing. She had always wanted to restore the Ford F-100, but she lacked the skills and confidence. The truck had sat unused in her yard for years, slowly deteriorating, until she met Tom. His help had not only restored the truck, but also given her hope that her father's legacy could continue. One day, as they worked together on some small finishing touches for the truck, Anna said, "Do you ever feel like some things are meant to be? Like certain people appear in your life at exactly the right time?" Tom looked at her thoughtfully. "Yes. I think life has a way of bringing the right people together when they are needed most. You could say it's fate, or maybe just good timing. Either way, I think we met for a reason." Anna smiled, feeling a sense of relief she had not felt in years. "I think so too. I didn't realize how much I needed help, not just with the truck, but with keeping my father's memory alive." "You've made that possible." Lily, who had been quietly listening while drawing pictures on a notepad, piped up. "Dad, it's like the truck is magic. It brought us new friends and stories." Tom chuckled. "Sometimes the smallest things can have the biggest impact, Lily. And it's not magic, it's care, patience, and a little hard work." Anna laughed softly. "I think my father would have liked that explanation. He believed that life was built on small moments, small choices, and small acts of kindness." Over the next few weeks, Anna began to share more about her father's life beyond the truck. She told stories of his childhood, his first job as a mechanic, and the lessons he had learned along the way. She also shared how he had influenced the community, always offering help to neighbors, repairing machines for free, or teaching young people how to fix their own vehicles. Tom was inspired by these stories. He realized that the man Anna described had been more than just a mechanic. He had been a teacher, a mentor, and a guide for many people in the town. Tom could see that his own efforts to help others mirrored the values Anna's father had lived by. One quiet evening, as the garage was closing, Anna said, "Tom, I want to do something for my father that he would be proud of. I want to tell his story, so that others know how much he gave to the world. He was a simple man, but he made a difference." Tom nodded. "That's a wonderful idea. People should know that kindness, patience, and care are powerful. And sometimes restoring something like your truck is a way of showing those values." Anna looked at him with gratitude. "You've done more than just help me restore a truck. You've helped me feel connected to him again. It's like I can hear his voice and feel his guidance when I'm with you and Lily." Tom felt a deep sense of fulfillment. Helping Anna had become more than a job. It had become a way to honor the past while building new connections in the present. He understood now that every small act of kindness and care could create a ripple effect, touching lives in ways he might never fully see. Lily, noticing the smiles on both of their faces, hugged her father and Anna. "I like that we're all friends now. And the truck is happy too," she said. Tom laughed. "Yes, it is. And so are we." Life can be full of surprises, and sometimes a rusty old truck is all it takes to bring people together. Anna looked at Tom and Lily with warmth in her eyes. She felt a sense of hope that she had not felt in years. The truck was more than a vehicle. It was a bridge to memories, a reminder of her father's legacy, and a connection to new friendships that promised joy, support, and love for the future. As the days passed, Anna continued to visit Tom's garage. The Ford F-100 had become more than a restored truck. It had become a symbol of memories, hope, and connection. Tom noticed how Anna's presence brought a quiet warmth to the garage, and Lily had quickly grown fond of her, enjoying the stories and laughter she brought with her. One morning, Anna arrived with a small box wrapped in brown paper. "I thought you might like these," she said, placing it carefully on the workbench. She opened it to reveal old tools, some of which had belonged to her father. Each one was worn but well cared for. "He taught me how to use these when I was a child. I thought you might appreciate them." Tom picked up a wrench and felt its weight. It was perfectly balanced, the metal smooth from years of use. "These are amazing," he said. "It feels like a piece of him is still here." Anna nodded. "Yes, I wanted to share them with someone who would understand." "You do, Tom. You understand care, attention, and respect for the work you do." Over the next few hours, they worked together on small maintenance tasks for the truck. Anna learned a few new skills from Tom, and Lily helped by organizing the tools and handing over nuts and bolts. They laughed when a bolt slipped or when Lily accidentally sprayed some oil on her sleeve. The garage was filled with the sound of chatter, laughter, and the occasional metallic clang, but it was a happy, warm noise. During a break, Anna sat on a stool and said quietly, "You know, Tom, I think my father would have loved this. Seeing me here restoring the truck with someone who cares as much as I do, it feels like he's smiling at me." Tom nodded. "I can see that. It's a good feeling knowing you're keeping his memory alive and sharing it with the people who matter." Anna smiled and looked at Lily, who was carefully sketching the truck in her notebook. "Your daughter is wonderful. She's so curious and smart. I can see why she takes after you." Tom glanced at Lily, pride swelling in his chest. "She has her moments," he said with a small laugh. "But she's learning quickly, and I think she enjoys being part of the process too." The afternoon passed, and soon the sun began to dip below the horizon. The golden light filled the garage, casting a warm glow over the truck, the tools, and the three of them. It was a quiet moment of peace and connection. Anna looked at Tom, a thoughtful expression on her face. "I didn't realize how much I needed this. Not just the help with the truck, but the companionship. It feels like I'm part of a family again, even if it's a small one." Tom felt a lump in his throat. He had spent years raising Lily alone, and though he had made friends, nothing had felt quite like this. "Sometimes we find families in unexpected places," he said gently. "It's not always about blood. It's about care, trust, and shared experiences." Anna nodded slowly, taking in his words. "You're right. I never expected to find something like this, especially through a rusty old truck. But I am grateful." Over the next few weeks, their bond deepened. Anna helped Tom organize his garage, clean the floors, and even manage the accounts for his small business. She learned more about cars, engines, and the patience it took to fix them. Tom, in turn, learned more about Anna's life, her father's lessons, and her dreams of preserving his legacy. Lily watched them both with joy, feeling the happiness that had returned to her home and garage. One afternoon, as they were cleaning the truck's interior, Anna found a small hidden compartment under the seat. Her eyes widened as she opened it and discovered a bundle of old letters. "I didn't know these were here," she said softly, gently picking them up. She realized they were letters her father had written to her mother when they were young, full of love, encouragement, and dreams for the future. Tom helped her carefully read them, and each letter revealed more about the man her father had been. They laughed at his jokes, marveled at his kind words, and admired his devotion to his family. Lily listened intently, fascinated by the grandfather she had never met but could feel through his words. "That's incredible," Tom said. "These letters are treasures. They tell stories you can't find anywhere else." Anna smiled through her tears. "Yes, and now I can share them with Lily when she's older. It's like a piece of him will always be with us." Tom placed a hand on her shoulder gently. "Helping you." After discovering the hidden letters, Anna felt a renewed sense of purpose. She decided she wanted to share her father's story, his lessons, and the memories connected to the Ford F-100 with others. She hoped that by doing so, his legacy would continue, inspiring people in the same way he had inspired her. Tom offered to help in any way he could, and Lily eagerly joined them, excited to be part of something meaningful. One morning, Anna brought an idea to the garage. "What if we enter the Ford F-100 in the local vintage car show?" she suggested. "It would be a way to honor my father and people could see the work you've done, Tom." Tom hesitated for a moment. He wasn't the type to seek attention or recognition. "I fixed it to help you, not to show off," he said quietly. Anna shook her head. "It's not showing off. It's celebrating the memories and hard work that went into it. My father believed that sharing good things brings people together. This is what he would have wanted." Tom thought about it and realized she was right. It wasn't about recognition for himself. It was about celebrating a life and a legacy. He agreed, and together they prepared the truck for the show. The day of the vintage car show arrived, and the town's main street was lined with colorful tents, banners, and cars of every shape and size. People had come from nearby towns to see the vehicles and hear the stories behind them. The Ford F-100, with its polished metal and gleaming engine, drew immediate attention. People admired the care and effort that had gone into restoring it. Tom explained to curious onlookers the work he had done, from cleaning the engine to repairing the tires and polishing the body. He talked about the importance of care and attention, of valuing memories and history. Anna shared the story of her father, his love for the truck, and the lessons he had passed on to her. Children gathered around, listening intently as Lily added her own thoughts. "This truck is special because it has stories," she said proudly. "It's not just a car, it's a memory of my dad's friend and my mom's dad." People smiled, touched by the family's story. Some shared similar memories of their own parents and childhoods, and others admired the way the family had worked together to preserve something meaningful. It became clear that the truck was more than metal. It was a bridge between generations, a connection to the past and a symbol of love, care, and dedication. As the day went on, the Ford F-100 won a small award for its restoration and historical significance. Anna beamed with pride, and Tom felt a quiet satisfaction that went far beyond any recognition. The true reward was seeing the joy and inspiration their story had brought to others. After the show, they returned to the garage, where the truck gleamed in the sunlight, proud and alive. Anna carefully placed the letters her father had written on the workbench. "I want to create a small album or display," she said, "so anyone who sees the truck can also read his letters and understand who he was." Tom nodded. "That's a great idea. Stories like these deserve to be shared. People should know that small acts of care and love matter." Over the next few days, Anna and Tom worked together to organize the letters, photographs, and stories. Lily helped by drawing pictures of the truck and their family adventures. They created a small display for the garage so anyone who visited could see the truck, read the letters, and learn about Anna's father. As they worked, their bond grew stronger. They shared laughter, memories, and quiet moments of reflection. Tom realized that helping Anna had become more than just fixing a truck. It had become a way to build connections, honor the past, and create a meaningful future. One evening, as they stepped back to admire their work, Anna said, "I never imagined that restoring a truck could lead to something like this." "My father would be so proud," Tom smiled. "It's amazing what a little care, patience, and attention can do. And it's not just the truck, it's the time we spend together and the memories we create." Lily hugged them both. "I like that we're all working together. I feel happy when we share stories and help each other." Anna looked at Tom, her eyes filled with gratitude. "You've given me more than I can ever repay. You've helped me connect with my father again, and reminded me of the importance of family, friendship, and kindness." Tom felt a deep sense of fulfillment. He had spent years trying to provide the best life for Lily, but helping Anna and discovering her father's legacy had added a new dimension to his life. It reminded him that life was about more than work or money. It was about love, memories, and making a difference no matter how small. That night, as they closed the garage and the town quieted down, Tom, Anna, and Lily stood together. Looking at the Ford F-100, it was no longer just a truck. It was a story, a memory, and a symbol of connection. It had brought them together, taught them lessons about love and care, and reminded them that sometimes the smallest acts could have the greatest impact. The Ford F-100 rested in the garage, proud and polished, ready to carry not just passengers, but stories, memories, and the legacy of a man who had touched many lives and inspired the next generation to do the same. After the vintage car show, life for Tom, Anna, and Lily felt warmer and more complete. The Ford F-100 had become a central part of their days, a symbol of memories, effort, and connection. Anna had started visiting the garage more regularly, bringing small projects or ideas to help preserve her father's legacy. Tom enjoyed her company, and Lily loved having someone new to share stories and laughter with. One morning, Anna arrived with a notebook in her hands. "I was thinking," she said, "what if we record my father's story? Not just the truck, but his life, the lessons he taught, and the letters he wrote. It could be something people in the town could see and learn from." Tom looked at her, impressed. "That's a wonderful idea. His story deserves to be remembered, and you have the perfect way to share it." Anna smiled. "I could write the letters, the stories, and maybe even the pictures of the truck. You could help with the technical parts like organizing everything for display." Tom nodded. "I'd be glad to help. And Lily can add her drawings. This could become something really special." Over the next few days, the garage became a hub of activity. Anna wrote down her father's letters and stories, carefully placing them in folders. Tom helped her create small displays that could be easily viewed by anyone visiting. Lily added her colorful sketches of the Ford F-100 and the times they had spent together in the garage. It was a family project, one that brought them closer and gave them a shared purpose. One afternoon, as they worked on arranging the letters, Anna paused and looked at Tom. "You know, when I first met you, I thought you were just helping me with the truck. But now I realize it's more than that. You've helped me reconnect with my father in ways I didn't expect." Tom smiled softly. "Sometimes helping someone is about more than just what you think you're doing. It's about connection, understanding, and making a difference. I'm glad I could help." Lily, who was organizing her drawings on the workbench, chimed in. "I like it when we all work together. It feels fun, and I'm learning a lot too." Anna nodded. "You're learning about teamwork, history, and the importance of memories. And one day, you'll understand even more about why these things matter." As the days passed, their small project grew. Anna decided to create a corner in her home where the truck's story, her father's letters, and their collaborative work could be displayed. Tom helped build shelves, frames, and a small board for the letters. Lily helped by choosing the colors for the display and drawing small decorations to make it welcoming. One morning, while arranging the letters, Anna found another bundle she had not noticed before. It was a set of postcards her father had written to her mother while traveling for work. The handwriting was neat and careful, full of love and thoughtful reflections. Anna carefully read each one aloud, and Tom listened, appreciating the wisdom and kindness in her father's words. Lily sat nearby, wide-eyed, imagining her grandfather's gentle voice reading the messages. "It's amazing how much love he put into everything he did," Anna said softly. "Even small notes or letters could carry so much meaning." Tom nodded. "It reminds us that life is made of small moments, small gestures, and the effort we put into them. Those little things can last a long time if they're done with care." Anna looked at him, a thoughtful expression on her face. "You know, Tom, I never expected a rusty old truck to bring so many changes into my life. It's connected me to my father, to you, and even to Lily in a way that feels right. It feels like a family." Tom felt a warmth in his chest he had not experienced in years. Sometimes life surprises us. We find family, friendship, and purpose in the most unexpected places, and I think this is one of those times. Over the next few weeks, their project attracted attention from friends and neighbors. People came to see the restored Ford F-100 and the display of letters, photos, and stories. Many were inspired by the care and effort put into preserving memories and learned lessons about family, kindness, and hard work. Some visitors shared their own memories and stories, and the small display became a place of connection for the community. One evening, as the sun set and the garage grew quiet, Tom, Anna, and Lily sat together on a bench, looking at the truck and the display. "This has turned into something much bigger than I imagined," Anna said. "It's not just a truck or letters anymore. It's a way for people to connect with the past and remember what." The days that followed felt brighter for Tom, Anna, and Lily. Their small garage had become a place of stories, memories, and shared laughter. The Ford F-100 was no longer just a truck. It was a symbol of the connections they had built, the legacy of Anna's father, and the love and care they shared as a little family. One weekend, Tom suggested they take the truck for a drive along the countryside. "It's a beautiful day," he said. "Lily, you can sit in the passenger seat with Anna and I'll drive. We can see the hills and the river. It will be good for all of us." Lily clapped her hands with excitement. "Yes, I want to see the river. And the trees. And maybe even the birds." Anna smiled at the child's enthusiasm. "It will be fun. I've always loved drives with my father. This will be a little adventure for us too." As they drove through the quiet country roads, the wind brushing against their faces, Anna began sharing more stories about her father. She told Tom and Lily about the small farm where he grew up, how he loved fixing things around the house, and how he always helped neighbors when they needed it. He believed that helping others was the most important thing in life, she said. Even if it was just lending a hand or giving advice, it mattered to him. Tom nodded. "That's a lesson worth remembering. And it's clear that he passed it on to you. You care about people and memories, and you've worked hard to keep him alive in this truck and in these letters." Lily leaned against Anna, listening intently. "I like hearing stories about your dad," she said softly. "He sounds really nice," Anna smiled. "He was. And I hope that through these stories you can learn something from him too, about kindness, patience, and doing your best in everything you do." After a while, they stopped near a quiet riverbank. The water sparkled in the sunlight and birds flew overhead, their songs filling the air. They unpacked a small picnic that Anna had brought, and together they shared sandwiches, fruit, and juice. It was a simple meal, but it felt special because they were together, enjoying the moment. As they ate, Anna took out the letters her father had written and read a few aloud. Tom listened carefully, moved by the wisdom and love in each word. Lily, fascinated, asked questions about the letters, wanting to know more about her grandfather and the adventures he had taken with Anna. "This is amazing," Tom said quietly. "It's like he's here with us. His words, his memories, and his lessons are alive in what we do and in how we care for each other." Anna nodded. "Yes, and now we're creating new memories too. I think he would be very happy to see this." After the picnic, they walked along the riverbank, skipping stones and enjoying the peaceful surroundings. Tom noticed how naturally Anna and Lily interacted, their laughter blending together as they chased butterflies and examined flowers. He felt a sense of calm and happiness he hadn't known in years. Later, as they returned to the truck, Anna turned to Tom. "I feel so grateful, Tom. You've done more than just help me with a truck. You've helped me feel connected to my father again, and you've given Lily a new friend and guide. You've brought us all together." Tom smiled. "I feel the same way. I never imagined a rusty old truck could bring so much into our lives. But it has. It's given us stories, laughter, and a sense of family that we didn't have before." Lily climbed into the back seat, holding her drawings and notebooks. "I like that we're a team now. We work together, tell stories together, and have fun together. It's the best." Anna and Tom laughed softly. "It really is," Anna said. "And it's just the beginning. There's so much more we can do together. We can continue sharing stories, preserving memories, and making life meaningful for each other." That evening, back at the garage, they worked on arranging the letters, photographs, and drawings for their small display. They carefully framed each letter and set up the pictures alongside Lily's colorful illustrations. It was a labor of love, and as they worked, they shared stories and laughed at small mistakes, enjoying each other's company. Tom realized that helping Anna and her father's legacy had brought a new purpose to his life. He had spent years raising Lily and keeping the garage running, but now he felt part of something bigger, a family, a project, and a bond that gave meaning to the hard work and quiet days. Anna looked at the display, smiling with pride. "This is wonderful. It's more than I imagined. My father would be proud, and I know it will inspire others too." Tom placed a hand on her shoulder gently. "We've done it together, and that's the most important part. Memories, care, and love grow stronger when shared." Lily hugged both of them. "I'm so happy we're all together. And the truck helped us find each other. I love it." Tom smiled, looking at the Ford F-100 resting in the garage, shining under the evening light. It had started as a rusty old vehicle, but it had become a symbol of family, friendship, and the power of love and care. He knew that their journey was far from over, but he felt hope, joy, and gratitude for the life they were building together. The weeks passed, and life settled into a gentle rhythm for Tom, Anna, and Lily. The garage was no longer just a place for fixing cars. It had become a home for memories, laughter, and shared dreams. The Ford F-100 rested proudly in its spot, no longer rusty but shining as a reminder of love, family, and legacy. One morning, Anna arrived at the garage with a bright idea. "I've been thinking," she said, holding a small folder in her hands. "We should organize a community event. Not just to show the truck, but to invite people to share their own memories, about their families, their old cars, or anything important to them. It could be a gathering of stories." Tom raised his eyebrows, impressed. "That's a wonderful idea. It could bring people together, just like your father believed in, and it's something the town would enjoy." Lily clapped her hands excitedly. "Yes, we can have pictures, stories, and maybe even songs. I can draw posters for it." The plan quickly took shape. Over the next few days, Tom helped build simple wooden boards for displays. Anna prepared the letters and photographs, and Lily drew colorful posters to hang around town. They called the event Memories That Last. When the day arrived, the community center filled with people of all ages. Families came carrying photo albums, letters, and keepsakes. Some brought old tools, handmade quilts, or stories written on paper. At the center of the room stood the Ford F-100, polished and shining, surrounded by Anna's father's letters, Lily's drawings, and photographs that told the story of love, patience, and kindness. Anna welcomed the visitors warmly. "We created this event to celebrate memories and to remind each other that love and care make life meaningful," she said. "This truck was once rusty and forgotten, but with effort and care it came back to life. Just like memories, it needed someone to bring them forward, to share them, and to keep them alive." People nodded, touched by her words. Many began sharing their own stories. An older man spoke about the first bicycle his father had fixed for him. A woman shared letters her grandmother had written during her younger days. Children proudly displayed drawings of their pets and families. The room filled with warmth as people listened, laughed, and sometimes wiped away quiet tears. Tom stood back for a moment, watching Anna speak with confidence, Lily skipping between displays, and neighbors connecting with each other. He felt a deep sense of pride. What had started as a simple act of kindness, helping Anna with her truck, had turned into something far greater. It had brought people together and created a circle of care that reached beyond their small family. Later in the evening, Anna stood beside Tom and whispered, "I never imagined this would happen. My father's legacy is alive, not just through me, but through everyone here. And it's because of you, Tom. You believed in helping, in sharing, and in keeping memories alive." Tom shook his head gently. "It wasn't just me. It was all of us. Your father's spirit was already in the letters and the truck. We just gave it the chance to shine again." Lily came running up to them, her cheeks red with excitement. "Everyone loves the truck, and they love the letters too. Some people even said they want to write their own letters now so their kids will remember them." Anna bent down to hug her. "That's wonderful, Lily. That means we've done something good, something that will last." As the night came to an end, people thanked them for organizing the event. Some promised to visit the garage to see the display again, while others shared their gratitude for being reminded of the importance of family and love. The community center slowly emptied, leaving behind a feeling of unity and warmth. Back at the garage, the three of them sat together, tired but happy. The Ford F-100 gleamed in the soft light, almost as if it understood the role it had played in bringing people together. Anna looked at Tom, her eyes shining. "This isn't just about my father anymore. It's about all of us. About finding family where you least expect it, and about keeping love alive in every small act of care." Tom nodded. "Yes, and it shows that even the smallest things, a rusty truck, a few letters, can change lives if we let them." Lily leaned against Tom's arm and yawned. "I'm happy we're a family now. Not just me and you, Dad, but Anna too. I feel safe and happy with both of you." Anna smiled warmly, placing her hand gently over Lily's. "I feel the same, Lily. I came here searching for pieces of my father, and I found something even bigger. I found a family I didn't know I needed." For Tom, the words filled his heart with quiet joy. Years of struggle, worry, and hard work